Hey everyone, it's Rob from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, we are taking a look at a new flash from Godox. This is the AD800 Pro. So this has been somewhat of a surprise release from Godox. This is the AD800 Pro. It's essentially the AD600 Pro, but obviously slightly more powerful at 800 watts. It has all of the updates of all the new Mark II versions. So if you're familiar, the AD600 Pro has recently been updated to the Mark II version. This one here is essentially just the first iteration, the AD800 Pro, but it has all of those features from the Mark II update. So let's take a look at what's included. So the first thing we see is the user guide. We've also got a charging cable and an adapter here. This is still the C26 charging adapter. Now, for those of you that know, this is the same charger that is for the WB26 battery of the AD600 Pro. This is the AD800 Pro flash tube. And you have a battery for the flash. And of course, the AD800 Pro flash itself. So here we have the AD800 Pro. And you can see there actually isn't too many differences in terms of the body or the shape or design as compared to the 600 Pro Mark II. Here you still have all the standard inclusions. You've got the flash tube here, which has those 4 prongs that you can just simply insert to mount. You've also got that Bowen's cap protector. This is the AD9 Bowen's cap reflector, as well as the protector cap. So you can take this off here. And that reveals the flash tube and also the reflector on the inside. And that's obviously to protect the flash tube while in transport or packing away, as well as being a reflector. You have the release latch here, which is exactly the same. The flash itself is 800 watts, so it is more powerful than the 600 watt counterpart. The battery is actually a different model. This one here is called the WB30. And the main difference is that it is 2900 milliamps as compared to 2600 milliamps of the WB26 batteries. So there's a higher capacity there. It's actually rated at 83.52 watt hours. So higher capacity overall to power the stronger flash. Now, why was this a surprising release? Well, you do have 800 watt flashes in Godox's range for their studio flashes. So the DP800 is available. You have had previous models like the QS800 available with Godox, but we weren't expecting an 800 watt release in the AD series. The flashes do go from AD600 and jump all the way up to AD1200. So there was room there for one in between, perhaps an 800 or a 1000. But you can see the actual design itself looks quite similar. So my thought process is that they essentially made it a bit more efficient and a little bit more powerful with the ability to still use some of the accessories from the AD600 Pro. So what you'll see is the battery looks quite familiar. And for those of you that are curious, the WB26 does mount onto the back plate here. It just does have that lower capacity. So it's the same battery mount that goes onto the back here. It also is the same flash tube because these flash tubes are rated to jump between a certain range, and because 600 and 800 aren't too far between, it does have the support for that. You can see all the mounting points. This mount at the bottom here, that's that metal mount from the AD600 Pro Mark II. And also even the chassis design. I imagine a lot of the manufacturing process of having a lot of the same parts and components between two models would make it a bit more efficient for them to produce more and more flash models. You can see the screen is also the same. So if we were to turn this on, this has that new color screen and you can toggle between English or Chinese for the language. And from here, you can see, you can step all the way down to 1/512. And that's one of the updates from the AD600 Pro Mark II is you can get as low as 1/512 in 0.1 step increments all the way up to full power as well. So you've got the group LED indicators to represent 16 different groups, and these change color as you change the group that you're on. And that's great if you have multiple lights and you've set them on different groups and you're able to see at a glance what group you have it set on. You also have that color screen, which was an update because previous AD600 Pro models were just a black and white sort of screen, an LCD screen. You still have that sync port on the top here. That's a 3.5mm sync port. This is a USB Type-C connector here at the top, which will likely be for firmware updates. And you also have this handle, the lower handle here, which is the same or similar to the AD600 Pro Mark II. Now with the actual features of the flash here, what you'll find is they have different modes, or the professional pro shooting modes from the AD600 Pro Mark II. This includes the freeze mode and also the color stability mode. So freeze mode increases the flash duration of the flash, makes it really fast so you can freeze motion. And the color stability mode means that with each shot there's less variance of under plus or minus 100 Kelvin that the light is producing. So that means you have a really accurate color, stable color across your sets of photos while using this flash. And you also have the compatibility with Godox's X 2.4 GHz system, but also the FT433 wireless system. So all of those updates from the Mark II have flowed on through to this AD800 Pro. Now, who's this flash going to be for? Because this is quite a lot of power for a singular unit, a monoblock style unit. So for those of you that know the AD1200 Pro, that one there had an external battery pack and control pack. So there was a cable in between, or there is a cable in between the flash head and the actual control pack. This here is definitely much more of a streamlined unit. It's a familiar shape and style, so this monoblock style. It is definitely heavier than the 600 Pro, but it's going to be one that you can most definitely overpower the sun with, like you could do with the AD600 Pro Mark II. It's going to be perfect for real estate or architectural photography or interiors. It's going to be great for larger, wider shots. So if you're taking shots of, say, teams, families, large groups, I feel it's going to be perfect for that. And if you just need that extra power, because this 800 watt output, you've got so much power to work with, you likely won't be using it at full output, and you can step it down and know that you have all that power there in your back pocket if you need it. I feel it's just going to be one of those essential key lights for those pro photographers looking for as much power as possible in a streamlined all-in-one unit like this. So just going through the menu here, let's turn the flash on. First thing you see is scroll to unlock. That's that safety mechanism to ensure you don't accidentally turn this on or hit any buttons while it's packed away or in transit. So you've got the menu button here at the top, and you've got a few different options. You can see that color screen really nice and prominent now. You've got the wireless mode here, so you've got wireless on or off. You can turn it off if you need to. The only reason you'd be turning it off is because you'd be either using the sync port to shoot with or the infrared sensor, and this will be an optical slave. So that's the main reasons you'd be turning that on or off. Otherwise, you'd be turning it on, and it has that inbuilt X Wireless System. So all you need to do is assign the same channel and group on your trigger to make that all compatible. ID is just a third indicator that you can use to pair that with a trigger. If you've got the new X3 or X3 Pro triggers, you can use the one-touch wireless sync option there. If you're using the older triggers, simply just dial in the channel and group, and that's fine. And jumping into the other modes, you've got here flash mode, normal, color stability, or freeze mode. So those were those pro shooting modes that I mentioned. Normal is just its normal way of shooting, the standard way of flashing. You can see the T values at the quicker setting there is 1/11,400. As soon as you go into freeze mode, so let's go to freeze mode, you can see that that's now sped up quite a bit, 1/29,410. So that's the freeze mode. You've got the color stability mode as well. And color stability mode actually shortens, it actually reduces the time for the flash duration to 1/8080. So your standard mode is slightly faster than the color stability mode. But that just means that if you have a lot of color critical work, you can use color stability mode, and it is a feature that's inbuilt into this flash. You've got photocell on or off for S1 or S2, so you can set that to S1 or S2 groups. You've got high-speed sync on or off. If you're going to be using high-speed sync, if you're outdoors, then I'd suggest turning that on and then enabling it on your trigger as well. You've got modeling light, continuous or inter. So continuous means it's just always on. So if we go back out here, turn the modeling light on, we can hold down the modeling light, tap, and you have free use, so you can adjust the modeling light from 0 to 100%. You can also change the color temp from 2800 Kelvin to 6000 Kelvin. And you also have, let's jump back in there. You also can have it proportionate, so proportionate to the output that you will be firing with. So if you can see the power increasing as I increase the output of the flash. You also have, when you're in proportionate mode, you can adjust the color temp once again from 2800 Kelvin to 6000 Kelvin. Or you can have your modeling light off as well. And jumping into menu, you've got beep, so that's that audible beep you can turn on or off. You have type, so you can set your power output values to fractions or decimals. You've also got standby time and auto off, so you can set the time that it takes to get to standby or to turn off. You also have brightness for the screen, which is a useful thing to have if you're shooting outdoors and you want to be able to see the screen even in bright daylight. You've got a delay flash from 0.1 to 30 seconds, so you can set that a delay if you need to. You also have mask settings here, so you've got mask on or off, 2 mask, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and off. You also have alt as well. So this is used for advanced product photography. If you're using any masking techniques, it has this built in to the flash. You also have language, English, or Chinese, and you can toggle between those. And you also have reset and device info. Device info shows your firmware version, and reset will just reset this to factory settings, which we've done just there. Now for mode, you can see this is the main screen. You've got the channel, you've also got the audible beep on, you've got the battery power, you've got the group, you've got the power level, and you've got the flash duration value. You can toggle the mode button to go into multi-stroboscopic mode or TTL mode, or just back to manual. You've got that modeling light button, and you've also got the test fire button as well. So that's a quick look at the menu system for the AD800 Pro. So that was our unboxing and review of the Godox AD800 Pro. Surprising release from Godox, but a welcome one for sure. It's good to see that there's a higher output range above the 600 watt that's in that streamlined form factor monoblock style body. And I feel like it's going to be a popular one for those photographers that need that extra power. Perhaps they're in real estate, fashion, editorial type things, commercial shoots. You just need a bit of extra punch, but you want to reduce your weight and have it all in this streamlined system. Maybe you already have some AD600 Pros and you have some accessories that will be compatible with this. And having the Bowens mount and everything that you are familiar with, it's great to see a new model just like this included into the range. For more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. Leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comments section below your thoughts, or if you have any questions about the AD800 Pro. Follow us on socials, the links are down below, and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.